Yeah, welcome back again. So we are looking at another type of unsupervised learning algorithms, and this is a single value decomposition. Last time we looked at PCA, main principle component analysis. So today we want to look at another one called SVD, which linearly transform data into a lower dimensional space by projecting it onto orthogonal axis, which is called singular vector. Right. So this is a very powerful matrix factorization technique used in dimensionality reduction, data compression, noise reduction, and latent feature extraction. That decomposes any matrix A into three matrices, which is called orthogonal matrix, which is left singular vectors, and also to diagonal matrix, which is sorted in descending order. That's a matrix of singular values, and also to a transpose of orthogonal matrix, that's a right singular vectors. So we have a simple implementation here using the same data set we used for PCA last time. So we can load data sets as you have done before. So when you run data, you have the data set loaded, and we standardize the data sets. Okay, we transform it, then we apply SVD. Here, so we apply SVD. You can see the three components showing here. So apply SVD here, then create the diagonal matrix here from the singular values. Right, so we construct here. So the construction must be very small. That's why I put this one here. Then we plot the singular value of a script plot. So it is showing here the singular value of script plot here. You can see the function error is very minimal, very small. Okay, so you can see here. So this singular value, and then you can see. So we can even use a able method here. And see able method to get our number of pieces here. Okay, that account for the variance. You can see. So we can compute the decomposition here by using the np.lignode.svd, and we can use also full matrix, which is equal to false, which returns U and VT in reduced form, which saves memory. We verify the decomposition by reconstructing the original matrix. The script plot shows the magnitude of the singular values. Okay, larger values indicate more important components, while smaller value indicates less important components. Right, so the able in the plot suggests how many components to keep, that is how many pieces to keep. So that is what we are talking about. So here you can keep 3 maximum. Yeah, you can see how it goes, 3 as a maximum. All right, so we will look at a various explain here. You can see here. So we see our number. So I don't need to put on top. So you can see here. So cumulative frequency and the individual explain variance. Right. So this is our chart here. So we can calculate how much variance each component explains. Okay, the cumulative plot shows how much variance we retain with any component. Right, typically we aim to keep components that explain more variance. Right, maybe 80% and above, which is better. Right, so you can see here our data, our projection onto orthogonal space here. You can see. So this is what we have: PC1, PC2. Okay, so we project the data into the first two pieces. Okay, PC1, PC2, and the 2D visualization shows how well the data separate into classes. You can see here we're separated here, but there's some kind of mixture between Redis color and Virginica here. But Setosa was clearly separated. Right, so then also we can check our loading, which is the weights. Okay, the weights here we have for separ width, for separ length. You can see the weight here. PC is equal to 0.37. You can see PC1, PC2, PC1, PC2. So for the first two pieces, for each of them, we can extract here. All right, that's for our loading. Now, like I said before, the question error should be very small, near machine precision, confirming the decomposition is accurate. So our skip plot shows how much information each component contains. The first component typically captures the most variance, which is always PC1 at all times. So it's always very high because it retained a maximum information that it requires. So PC1 might be explained 70 to 80% here. You can see in our plot here. You can see between around 70 to 80 here. So I don't want to display the exact value anyway. So combining two together, PC1 PC2 can have roughly approximately 90 to 95% of variance. This suggests we could reduce from 4D to 2D while preserving most information. Okay, the projection plots show how well the classes separate into in the reduced space. For arrays, we typically see good separation, but other data set may not exactly be like that. You may need to do some adjustments, and the feature with large absolute value contributes strongly to that PC. Okay, because features are not equally the same, while positive so negative signs indicate correlation direction. All right, so application of SED now. Let's look at the application dimensionality reduction. PC in particular. So keep top k singular values to reduce dimensions while preserving variance. So top k might be PC1, PC2 only. Most times, data compression store only the three I mentioned that the orthogonal, diagonal, and the summation here for the most significant components. Noise reduction reconstruct data using only dominant singular values, which remove noises. Latent thematic analysis use the natural language processing to extract hidden topics from text. Right. So we also have image compression, such as JPEG, for low ranking approximation of pixels matrices. So these are just area where they apply mostly in machine learning most times. So you may see some of those ones in the future while we continue gradually under this, maybe under deep learning. So these are just what we have under SVD for now. So you can just go through it. I will see us later in another class. All right. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you again in the next class. Thank you.